Hey everybody, it's Matt with Maticus Videos, and I actually have my computer set up to where I can use both my hands. But sorry about the delay in uploads. Some just things came up. But this is going to be number 3 in the Disney Week Countdown, and it's going to be Tangled. Now, Tangled is based off the Grimm brothers' story of Rapunzel, and luckily they kind of toned down the darker aspects of the story, such as, the prince getting blinded by thorns and whatnot. But the movie Tangled starts out with your main male protagonist, Flynn Rider, telling the story of the flower, and the flower was created by the sun, drop of sunlight dropping from the sky and growing a magical flower, calls it Disney magic and whatnot. But then a witch known as Mother Gothel comes and sings to the flower. Where she learned the song, I don't know, but she sings to it, and it brings her youth and vitality and whatnot, and she does this for hundreds of years until eventually the queen of the land got sick while pregnant, and the king sent his men to find the flower to heal his wife, and they find it. They make it into a tea, which the kid just sung the song, but I guess, I don't even know where Mother Gothel found the song, so who knows. But anyway, the Rapunzel is born, and she has magical golden hair, because of the magic of the flower, and Mother Gothel, learning this, kidnaps her so she can use her hair in place of the flower. Well, 18 years pass, and we see Rapunzel has been locked in a tower by Mother Gothel and sealed away there, and is never allowed to leave. So, she longs to leave the tower and explore the world and see the magical lights that appear every year on her birthday. And her and Gothel have a, argument in song about this, and she promises Mother Gothel that she'll never leave the tower and she'll stay there forever with her. Well, during this time, we see Flynn Rider and 2 of his partners in crime stealing the royal crown of the princess. He's kind of a Aladdin kind of male hero here. And they get away with the crown, and Flynn Rider backstabs his 2 partners and takes the crown for himself. During this time, they're being chased by the royal guard and Maximus the horse, which is another, Disney horse, and they're always fun. I've always enjoyed Disney horses. But we see Flynn Rider find the Tower of Rapunzel and scale it, and gets knocked out by Rapunzel with a frying pan. Ding! Which, that comes up a lot in this. But, eventually he wakes up, and this is the first man that Rapunzel's ever seen, so, that's a bit funny. But, she thinks he's after her hair, he doesn't know what she's talking about, yada yada, and she says that, she'll return his bag with the crown in it, to him, if he will escort her to the capital so she can see the floating lights. Well, he agrees, and they set off on the little adventure to get there from the tower. During this time, they meet a bunch of misfits and whatnot at a tavern. They sing a fun song about following your dreams and so forth. And at this time, Maximus catches up with them, and They escape through an escape tunnel. The guards and Maximus are chasing them. They get to a water dam, and they end up breaking the dam after a fun little sword fight between a horse and a man with a frying pan. Told you, Disney horses are fun. But they escape, and we learn a little bit more of Flynn's backstory, how his real name is Eugene, and he grew up wanting to be like a master thief and like a character he read in a book named Flynn Rider. That's why he changed his name to that. Well, Rapunzel, starts to fall in love with him, and her. Well, Maximus catches back up with him, and she convinces Maximus to go along with him until she can see the floating lights, and he agrees, being a nice little horse and her being a Disney princess. She, somehow has the magical ability to control animals. I don't know. But, they get to the capital, they sing, they dance, they have merry times and whatnot. That night, Flynn takes her out into a boat into the lake so she can see the lights. That's where the big song from the movie, I See the Light, and it's kind of them confessing their love for each other, and so forth, so on. Well, after that, Flynn sees his two partners in crime on the opposite bank of the lake, and he goes to see them to tell them they can have the crown. He has Rapunzel, and that's all he needs. Duh. But what he doesn't know is they have met up with Mother Gothel, who is tracking down Rapunzel, and they learned about her hair and that they get a much bigger reward for that hair than the crown ever could. So they knock out Flynn, send him on a boat to the guard so he can be captured. Well, Mother Gothel betrays them and takes Rapunzel back to the tower, like a villain does. And Flynn gets put into prison, so do the other two thugs. Rapunzel's taken back to the tower and, chained up so she can't escape again. And the group of, merry thugs that they met in the tavern a while back, they come to Flynn's aid, break him out of prison. Maximus helps as well, and Flynn goes to rescue Rapunzel, who is about to be taken away to somewhere else where she'll never be found again. He gets there, Mother Gothel stabs him, and Rapunzel convinces her to let her heal him with her hair. The only, drawback here is he's chained as well, so he can't follow them when they do leave. Well, as she's about to sing the incantation and heal him, he cuts her hair, cutting off the magic and killing Mother Gothel. Stupid bug. But, he says, as with his dying breath, he, says that she was his new dream, and that he didn't care about, being a world-famous thief anymore, that she was his dream, and she says that he was her new dream. And she starts to cry, and her tears heal him. I can't make this up. This is a, fun thing from Disney. But, the tears heal him, and, they go and live happily ever after. She returns to her mother and father, the king and queen. Happy reunion, Flynn's pardoned of all his crimes, and there you go. That's Tangled, in a nutshell. In a small nutshell. But, overall, it's a fantastic movie. It's very well done. It was I believe it was Disney's first CGI film. And it was, that made it look beautiful. It was, not the hand-drawn animation that we're used to seeing from Disney. And the musical score is, fantastic. Mandy Moore does a great job as voicing Rapunzel and singing for her. And I have the soundtrack and I've listened to it countless times. It's just a fun soundtrack to listen to when you're doing stuff. I've even listened to it at the gym. I don't know. But I highly recommend it if you haven't seen it. Go watch it. Fantastic film. When I first heard of it coming out, I was like, yeah, but I disregarded it for a while. Then my mom bought the DVD for some of my kid cousins, and I watched it, and I instantly fell in love with it. Watched it so many times, like on repeat. Stupid bug, go away. But yeah, highly recommend it. That's all for this review, guys. If you liked it, hit that like button. If you want to see more review videos, I mostly do books, but and animes. But if it's a movie I really like, I'll do a review on that. Or if you recommend a movie for me to do, just throw that in the comment section, and I'll get to it. All right, guys. See y'all later.